extent is motivated you for doing what you're doing right now.
Sure.
Wow. And you also wrote after that, I think your father also lost a son, and you wrote a beautiful song. Beautiful, it made my hair stand up. And Dark Glasses.
Yeah, I think that was my first song.
Yes.
Yeah, when I was 8 years old. I
8
wrote
years
my
old.
first, my first song, and actually it was included in my first album that was released when I was 13. I started very early.
And the Dark Glasses was...
Yeah, the Dark Glasses, I think it was a metaphor for him trying to like hide or conceal the pain of his loss.
Right.
I imagine that in my childish head, that's how I interpreted things, and so I wrote a song about it with a spin on it.
Yeah.
You know.
Beautiful. Yeah. Major emotional kind of turning points in your childhood, which obviously has helped you choose how to teach and what to teach little kids.
Yeah, coming from a country like mine, being born and raised in a country like Colombia, it definitely shaped me, as a person I am today, and shaped my views on the world and on what we can do. And if I'm sure about something, is that we can all be active. We can all help contribute in some way to change those realities that we don't agree with. Those things that we grow up intolerant of, and that you don't really need to be a celebrity to affect change. You can be a stay-at-home mom. You can be a young person going to college or in college. You can be a journalist, of course. But everybody nowadays, thanks to the power of social media, anybody really has a platform and a voice.
Right.
And there's so much that everyone can do, to make issues like the lack of access to ECD programs top of mind.
Well,
so everybody talks about it.
All I can say is two things. One is, thank God you're an entertainer, because I was at the World Cup final in South Africa, and you came in the stadium, and the whole stadium, you made them rock. That was just a wonderful moment. You remember that? Waka Waka.
I've been at the World Cup 3 times in a row.
I know,
I don't
3
think
times.
they're going to invite me anymore. 2006, 2010, and the last one, 2014 in Brazil.
Yeah, I was there.
But the year that was really exceptional for me was 2010, which is when I met the father of my kids.
Yes.
So it had a double purpose there. That
double
World Cup.
whammy.
Yeah.
So, you're amazing, talented, and you don't just write songs, as I mentioned, sing songs, you write them, you get involved in everything. So everybody wonders, if you weren't a singer, entertainer, songwriter, what would you be?
Probably a doctor.
Doctor?
Yeah, I like medicine. I would have probably gone to medical school. But now I'm so fascinated by neuroscience and all the new discoveries on the brain, on the human brain, that would have probably been my specialty in neuroscience.
Wow. Yeah, and you can do so much for people as a doctor.
I think so. I think that, if we all had the consciousness, the awareness that we can all do so much for others, no matter what you do in life. I mean, as a matter of fact, for the issue of early childhood that needs so much awareness, public campaigns are such an important part of it. And like I said before, making the issue top of mind. Anyone can share thoughts on the internet. Yeah. Anyone can share literature on the issue. If you work in PR and marketing, you can help craft a marketing campaign that perhaps shows parents and teachers how to best stimulate their children in the first years of their lives. If if you are in the mobile and tech industry, for example, you can share your bandwidth. You can use your bandwidth to share or give for free educational material.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah, universities can
reach
step
out,
up their research, can actually help develop a curriculum for pre-K, which doesn't exist currently in many countries. So there is really so much that can be done. And like I said before, you don't have to be a politician or a singer-songwriter or a model.
Nowadays you can reach out.
To draw attention to these important issues. Or other causes that people really, that resonate with them.
Let me take a quick poll of the audience. How many would have preferred Shakira be a doctor, and how many prefer her being an entertainer? Hands up for doctor.
I'd be an amazing doctor.
No, entertainer. How many really entertainer? Everybody entertainer. So just as well you did. I've always wondered. You had
I'd
so
be a
many.
sexy doctor though. I'll put my best effort.
I've always wondered one famous song which you wish you had sung.
There's so many songs that I sometimes feel like, oh, damn, I wish I would have written that one, It happens often. I think it happens to all of us singers, and that we wish we would have had those songs. Would have thought of that one first. Such a brilliant idea, I can't think of anything right now, but I do get that feeling often.
You do get it?
Yeah.
You used to sing, and now, fortunately, it's my generation. I can see a few. Elvis Presley, Always on My Mind.
Oh, that's an amazing song.
Yeah, you used to sing. You sang it beautifully.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I sang it once for a VH1 special.
Yeah.
The Divas. I remember vividly because it was Mariah Carey. There was Melissa Etheridge, Mary J. Blige. Cher was there.
Yeah, she's amazing.
And we were all singing like classic songs. And I had to sing that one. Actually, I chose that one. I like it.
Elvis fan? Like your dad?
Yeah, big time.
Yeah? Okay. You won't sing one line of Always on Your Mind now? We'll join in. Ready to join in?
Of course, we join in. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. That's it.
Amazing. Wow. Beautiful.
I'm shy.
Wow, that was really good. Did you say you were shy?
I am shy.
That's wonderful.
I swear to God. I mean, I gotta have the everything ready, the proper stage, the band in the back. Everything has to be ready for the whole production. But when I'm in the middle of like a small group, I get a little shy. This is a small group for me. So
you need 25,000 people.
Exactly.
Then you're not shy.
I need more, and then I get loosen up.
Now, I've always wondered, in your generation, our generation, me and your dad, same generation, haven't left you the greatest world. It's polluted, climate change. So a lot from us you should de-learn, and some of you did. Now for the kids you're teaching, back to child development, what of your generation should they not learn or de-learn?
I agree with you. I think that my parents' generation and generations before them had to deal with so much suffering, and they struggled so much that perhaps they grew immune to human pain, and those images of destruction became commonplace for many of them, and perhaps they accepted or assumed that they couldn't change the reality that they were brought up with, that they were unchangeable truths. So I would certainly hope that my kids don't feel that way, and that they
There's no such
know
thing
that
as
they
an
can,
unchangeable truth.
exactly,
You can't change anything.
Of course, that they can really be agents of change. They can be the architects of their own destiny, our common destiny as a human race, and that they can really contribute something to society. I think that indifference is the worst, and complacency is the worst enemy of progress.
So there's one thing that Shakira has promised to tell us in a couple of minutes, one secret in her life that she's never told anybody, and she's going to tell you guys now, even though you're not 25,000 people.
Secret.
But before you say that, influences in your life, these turning points, 2 or 3 of them that affect your child development, I mean your approach to child development. In your personal life, 3 influences, your turning points that you think, look, I want the kids I teach not to go through that or to learn from that.
Well, I know that, for example, if we, I was born and raised also in a country at war. You know, my country, I saw an internal conflict that surrounded me for.
By the way, I do want to
years.
say to everybody, Colombia is the most beautiful country in the world.
You're a big
Most
fan.
underestimated. People don't know enough about it. But if you can go there, gorgeous country and wonderfully friendly people. Sorry, I interrupted.
It's beautiful, it's true, and its people are the best, I think,
Yeah.
because they're, well, the best the country has to offer, really.
Yeah.
They make you feel at home, right?
Yeah. I'm just bold with that. Yeah. Our whole family was just looked after by a family of Colombians who gave up their life for that. You know, wonderful.
Oh,
But you were saying.
that's very sweet. I love it when
influences.
someone speaks so highly of my country.
Oh.
But what were we talking about?
Influences in your life.
It's called post-pregnancy brain, but it has lasted like 4 years in my case.
Couple of influences in your life which you make sure your children that you've learned from and you don't want them to go through it, and you make sure in your teaching.
Well, violence mainly.
Violence,
I grew up in a very violent country, and now all Colombians, all more than ever, are hopeful that our kids and the newer generations and generations to come will be able to live in a peaceful environment where they can flourish. And however, I'm convinced that if we do want long-lasting peace, real sustainable peace, we need to think of how important it is to achieve a commitment from all sectors of society. You know, not only the public sector, not only the government, but also the private sector. They have a great responsibility and a critical role to play, and also all sectors of society. We all have to be committed to give equal opportunities to the poor. And if you offer equal opportunities to the poor, then we're talking about a more prosperous and stable country, and a more prosperous and stable world. So
you teach
I
them
do hope that my kids understand that.
the bigger picture as well.
The bigger picture, and how important it will be for them to be committed to make a better world, you know, to leave this world better than we found it. And that's actually the secret. The only secret I can think of, things I haven't said before, is that I secretly hope that my kids can become humanitarians. Of course,
your own children.
My own children, yeah. I don't know exactly for what causes, or I will never push anything to them, but I just hope that they are aware of the power that they can have as human beings, in this new world that we're building, because it is a completely new world. I mean, it's we're going through the 4th industrial revolution. You know, everything is changing, and new realms are opening up in front of ourselves, ahead of us. But it also comes with many challenges. I mean, existing models, economic models, are being disrupted, and from here to 2050, there will be massive growth of population, and there will be starvation if we don't feed 9 billion people. So we have to find smart ways, strategic ways to sustain our planet. Climate change, unemployment, so many things.
And you want
but
your children.
Well, my children and all the children in the world, those 250 million kids who are at risk of not receiving enough access to stimulation, education, nutrition, all of those
Absolutely.
elements that are that are going to be so vital to prepare them, for what's coming.
That's
I mean,
beautiful.
we're already here and we are already facing so many challenges, but there are more to come, and our kids, not only my kids, your kids, and those 250 million kids who are at risk, need to be prepared to face them in smart ways, strategic ways, and for that they all need access to education and information.
Absolutely. That's beautiful, and something's going to make everybody angry. I've been told we've run out of time.
Oh, you're not going to talk forever, especially when it comes to early childhood.
God bless you. So you want your children not to be entertainers, but to change society.
His dad's going to kill me because his dad wants one of them to be a football player, but
Right.
I don't know about that. No, but really, whatever they do in life, even if they, they dedicate their lives to making shoes or whatever that they feel passionate about, they can put it at the service of social good, and they can find creative ways to solve social problems, and we all can.
God bless you, Shakira. I thought your secret was going to be that you're actually motivated by Bollywood.
I love Bollywood.
Your Hips Don't Lie song has got some Bollywood.
It does,
elements,
yeah.
right?
It's inspired by it, and greatly, yeah.
I don't know if anybody wants to do Hips Don't Lie here.